Good morning. ZL3XDJ in the garden, making a small video about converting my 40-meter vertical into a 2-element parasitic vertical in a very simple fashion and with seemingly good results. So originally we had the aluminium 10-meter pole, which is on 40 meters, and obviously radials around the bottom, normal connections, and that is the driver, and coax comes from the base of it into under the house and into the shack. So therefore, very simply, to make it into a parasitic 2-element vertical, in this case firing southeast long path, which is my main area of interest in the evening grey line, we simply take one of Callum's DX Commander Classics and in this case attach it to an old fence post. Let's go and have a look and see how simple this was. So we take the classic pole and literally we just mount it on a fence post here. Down at the base we've got a bit of a U-clamp which is holding the base against the pole, and just temporarily until I get 2 more clamps. We've just used these ties with ratchets on to hold the post on the about a 6-foot old garden post here, and then that just goes up through the trees and sticks out the top, and this is the reflector to the driver, which is just through that gap. It's actually 10 meters apart. We have a wire coming from the top of this pole going straight down and connected to a small box here with a couple of ground radials off to one side for tuning. So basically what we did, we placed the antenna analyzer into the socket with the wire connected to the inside and a couple of radials, and basically we alter the length of the wire until the reflector is about 200 hertz lower in frequency than the driver. And then we take the wire element which is on the reflector away from the socket itself, and we connect it straight down to ground here. So it is just a parasitic element, no coax required. It's basically just the reflector behind the driver element, which if we just look up through the trees here, we can see the 40-meter driver is just here going up into the air. So we're 10 meters between that one and the one behind me, which I've just placed in the trees. That's the basic situation on actually erecting it and making that in a very simple fashion, and only took about 30 minutes and 10 meters apart. So if you already have a 40-meter vertical antenna in your garden and you've got 10 meters behind it, in the opposite direction to where you want to be firing. As I say, in my case, I'm looking for long path southeast, which is off to the right from where I'm looking. And it basically, last night on the radio on 40 meters, comparisons between a single vertical and the now 2-element array was that the noise level had definitely came down from off the back of the array. Probably 2 to 3 S points less noise coming off the back of it. And once I post the video on my QRZ page, I'll actually show a little diagram of the lobe, which is quite wide at the front, so it still gives me a lot of countries, apart from heading towards Europe and America, and these still got quite a wideish beam. And on transmit, I check simply by listening to the SDR receive station in the Netherlands, and just simply by trying the single vertical on its own, and then lifting the reflector up, I get a comparison. And last night, in my case, it was between 1 and 2 S points gain into the Netherlands, that area. So I think it's worth it. As I say, for simply just putting a pole up with a piece of wire down it, nothing else to do, apart from just tune it 200 hertz lower than the driver. I've actually gained 2 S points on 40 meters, which does help. As we all know, with 40 meter propagation can be a bit up and down at times. So it just gives me that extra punch through to Europe. So there you go, and hope to hear you on the bands. ZL3XDJ. Have fun, as I always seem to be doing, testing these new things. Cheers for now, ZL3XDJ, with the 40 meter parasitic 2-element, firing long path, and I'm very, very happy. Thank you. Goodbye.